So it's been a little while since we put anything up for a number of reasons. Veronica had her accident with her foot. She's been in for surgery on her hands, on the left hand in particular, and that didn't go as well as what we expected. So we haven't done anything for a few weeks. Not Veronica's fault, primarily my fault, because I have been suffering a little bit of depression, I guess. I have PTSD, and that kicked in, and I was feeling very sorry for myself for a little while. I had friends that turned to me and said that I had been confused. That's the word they used. They said I had been confused, or I had looked confused, so they were concerned for me, and I love them for that, you know, for being honest with me and telling me. But they sort of told me after the fact, and I became really depressed because I hadn't realized how bad this CM disease had gotten, how this dementia had progressed. So I'm trying hard not to and ah. My daughter told me that I've been umming and ahhing for the last 10 years. She said it's been getting progressively worse, but she hadn't said anything to me about it. And so I hadn't realized how bad I had become. And so I was feeling very sorry for myself for the last several weeks, in fact. And so that's why I hadn't put anything together. However, I'm trying to pull myself out of this funk. And so
out of the hole.
Out of the hole, yeah. It's a very deep, dark place. And when we focus on ourselves, particularly those of us that have PTSD and the like, when we focus on ourselves, we wind up going into this dark hole, and we start losing hope. And when you lose hope, that's when self-harm comes into effect, and you can't get yourself out of bed in the mornings and things like that. So I've been struggling for a few weeks, but I've determined that I'm going to focus on other people, and in fact I'm going to focus more on Veronica, my wife, and so that's what I'm doing. And that's helping me get out of this funk. We're going to the gym every day. We're taking Sundays off. But we had been remiss. We've been hit and miss for a little while. But last week we determined that's it. We're going to get stuck into this. Same thing with our whole food plant-based diet. We're going to concentrate and focus on that so that we're going raw as much as possible. We have been trying a whole lot of substitutes, cheese substitutes, meat substitutes, and we've been doing a fair bit of cooking as well, you know, so we want to get away from that, and we want to go as raw as we can possibly go. I'm not saying that we'll be 100% successful, but we're going to give it a crack, and we're going to try. So, and with the exercise, daily walks, rides, and gym, that's really important. Veronica's still going for physiotherapy. And how are you going with your hands? You want to tell everybody how your foot is healed and how your hand's going and what we did last night?
My foot is coming on. It's really good now. I'm able to walk on it, and just normal, which is good. It did take a while. It took quite a while because I took a big chunk out of my heel, and so it was very, very sore. And also it was at the same time that I had to go in hospital to have my hand up. So I said to the nurses, I said, while I'm under an anaesthetic, can they have a look at my foot? And so she tried to pull it off while I was awake, and I said, hey, forget it, no way.
That's the dressing she's talking about.
Yes. And so I said, look, let the doctors do it, because it's too painful. I've taken the whole heel off my foot. So she said, okay. So when I woke up after the anaesthetic, they had the bandages stood up and did things to it. So that was good. And then we just kept putting dressings on it for a couple of more weeks or months.
Yeah, it was for about 6 weeks. About six
Yeah.
6 weeks that we were dressing it, and it was healing, but it took a long time.
Yeah.
And now it's fully healed.
Yes, so now I'm able to, my hands are coming good. I don't have the full strength in the hand yet, in my left hand, but I'm able to sort of get into the grip of braking
Yeah.
on my recumbent. So that's what we're doing. We're practicing the strength of my hand on the recumbent, which I did last night, and it was very, good. So I think I'm just about back to normal.
She also had a bit of a fear of getting back on the trike.
Yeah.
It's the first time she's been back on the trike since she had
Yes.
the accident. So last night we went to Redcliffe. Beautiful sunset.
Oh.
Unfortunately, but it was good for Veronica because she was riding around this parking lot and getting used to the brakes and getting used to the lights and getting used to pedaling and even getting used to the motor a little bit. So while she was doing that, I was trying to get my tire pumped up, and I was having the devil's time trying to get this thing pumped up. It's one of those, I think they call it a Piesto or a Piesto, something like that, valve. It's not the standard valve, it's this other thing that is rubbish in my opinion. The valve's got to be in just the right position in order for you to be able to pump the tire up without it going flat, So either it's not getting any air or it's leaking the air. It was shocking, So, and while you're trying to get the fitting off, you're losing air but eventually I managed to get it pumped up, but it took me about an hour. So
maybe more than an hour.
no, I think it took about an hour. But eventually, anyway, I got it pumped up. And Veronica took a little bit of footage and that of me doing that, which I'll include here. First time out, we're at Redcliffe. We're at Pelican Park actually. And the sun is setting, it's beautiful. I'll turn this around in a moment and show you. But we're at the Pelican Park. First time, as I say, since Veronica's accident that we're back on it. How are you feeling? You're a little bit apprehensive? Yeah, she's a bit apprehensive. So we're going to be riding around a car park at Pelican Park and until she gets used to it. And then we'll go for a little bit of a ride up the footpaths and that sort of thing. I'll put the lights on and we'll go and enjoy ourselves. But I'll put the lights on now before we get started. And then I'll do a little bit of footage of that as well. But let me turn this around so you can see our view. Okay. We've got the sunset behind that telecom pole, sun setting over there. Just going to step back a bit. There's my recumbent. And here's Veronica's recumbent. She's about to get into it. There's Veronica all set up ready to rock and roll. And we'll go for a bit of a ride around here. Go, sunset, beautiful sunset. Look at that. And here's Veronica. Hello, how you going?
Good.
Yeah, beautiful sunset. Yeah. Your light is really, really bright, boy, I tell you. Okay, follow me then. Waiting to see if she's behind me. Is your motor on? Is your motor on? There we go. After Veronica. Use your motor. Use your motor. Keep going. Keep going. Gently. Don't use your motor now, use your brakes. My brakes are making a heck of a racket. The moon rising, nice and red. Get off the path. should use your motor. You should use your motor more. Veronica in a bit of a panic trying to get a photo of the moon. There's that moon rising. It's beautiful. See? Yeah, okay. I'm not shaking. I'm dead steady. Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful, eh? Yeah. And we've got aircraft coming in over there, coming into land. That's Woody Point over there, because we're just up the road from Pelican Park. Now, when you're using your power,
Yeah.
just use it. Just hold it there. Hold it there for a little bit. It's gone off again. Yeah, you just when you get it, just tiny little bit, Cookie. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And when it starts to go, you just hold it there. Don't move, and that'll do well. Okay. I'm going to turn it back on now. If I can find the button. That's that one there. So that should be back on again. Let's see. Yep, it is. Okay. There you go. Moon dead center of the screen. It's rising. Camera's getting blown around quite a bit actually because it's very windy tonight. So I don't know if you can see the ocean here. The waves breaking. The reason that we're doing this is because we know that there are other people in similar situations to ourselves. And what we're trying to do is say, look, this is what we're doing to overcome the obstacles in our life. And we would like to share that with you so that it gives you some hope. And if you can, overcome the obstacles in your life. So get up, get out there, enjoy life as much as you possibly can while you still can. Because as we age, we are no longer able to do the things. Our body simply will not do them. The brain or the mind keeps you believing that you're in your 30s or even in your 20s for some people. But the body, it's deteriorating, it's dying. And it lets you know, because it just will not do the things that you were able to do. You think you can and you go to do it and the body just screams at you, no way. And when you force it, what you find is that you're injured, you become injured. And you strain muscles and the like. Those are the injuries I'm talking about, not cutting yourself. I mean, that does happen as well. Like I tend to bruise myself all over the place and tear little bits of skin off. And that's because your skin gets thinner and it deteriorates as you get older. And that's where we are at the moment. So it's coping with all of that and showing that you can still get on with life, and enjoy it while you can, because it's nobody gets out of this alive. The body is dying, whether we like it or not. So we do believe that we are eternal beings, that our spirit is an eternal being. Our bodies, however, are not. So our spirit and our soul are eternal, but our bodies are not eternal.
You just never know when you're going.
You don't know when you're going to go. Like they say I should have gone ages ago. In fact, there are many times in my life when I've surprised people by surviving horrific things. And
Still here.
Still going. So it's been quite a traumatic life, in fact. But, there's always, doesn't matter how bad things are, there's always somebody who's doing it tougher than what we're doing it. So what we're doing is just trying to show that, hey, this is our life and this is what we're doing to overcome. And if it encourages somebody else, great, that's the whole point. Is if we can encourage other people and we can offer hope to other people, then we are thrilled to bits. So that's what the Patreon page is going to be about for people who want to subscribe to us and to see how we're doing and how we're going. And to be part of a community that we're trying to establish here, So we would love feedback, we would love comment, we would love to get into discourse with people and talk to them about different things pertaining to health and well-being. So yeah, feel free to drop us a line, have a chat. And the thing that we love doing, that we enjoy doing, is riding the recumbents. We do thoroughly enjoy that. We do that for pleasure, and everything else we do for our health and our well-being, but that we do for pleasure, and we will share that as much as we possibly can as well. So that's it. Yeah. Now, share this with as many people as you can. We'd love you to share this. And if you like what you're seeing, give us a like and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell so that you're notified whenever we post something new. So that's it from us today. We wish you all the best for 2023.
Yeah.
Happiness, laughter, love, and health. The most important thing of all, good health.
Mm-hmm.
So with good health comes everything else.
And enjoy life.
Yes, enjoy life and make the most of it. So may 2023 be a really fantastic year for you. And God bless you, and goodbye.
Bye.